NFC playoff picture. Let's look at it from the Cowboys side. They are, of course, first in the NFC East, sitting there at 500. They've got games after this one on the road. They get to go home to take on the Rams. They have to go to Philly and end in another division game against the Redskins. They need this win. Their backs are kind of up against the wall. They got to win the division, and the Eagles' schedule is looking pretty down the stretch. So, lots of drama surrounding this team right now. Is it going to impact them tonight?
No. I feel like they can put the blinders on, put the earmuffs on, and block it all out. I get it. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot going on. It's starting at the top with Jerry Jones. Is Jerry Jones talking too much? Is Jason Garrett going to get fired? Is Kellen Moore the man for the job? Is Dak Prescott worth $35 million plus? Forget all that for a quick second. Just understand where you are. You're in the month of December, the most crucial time of the season. Block it all out. Understand you have the most talent in your division. Could have the most talent within your conference. Let's put it all together. I'll get back to Kellen Moore for a second. I'll say it until I see it. Kellen, I need you to be more creative. I'm talking, let's date it back to Prosser High School in Prosser, Washington when you were playing QB. All right, let's go to Boise State, pull some plays from there. Even when you were in Detroit as a player, Dallas as a player, Dallas as a coordinator, I need you to pick every single creative play, implement them into the game plan, and show off tonight. This is a big stage, and I feel like you dropped the ball last week. Kellen Moore, you need to walk into Jason Garrett's office and say, you know what, you hired me for a reason. Now let me show you why you hired me, and utilize that talent in the most creative of ways, not just line up, Dak, hand the ball to Zeke, and throw it downfield to Amari. That's not going to work.
Last week was all the buildup. Like, we did 3 days of Cowboys up against the wall, and, there was a report. Yeah, Jake Glazer had a report that if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, he's out. And then Ian has a report that the Giants can be there. And they laid an egg. Like, what evidence do I have that suddenly this is the game the Cowboys get it going?
Instead of blocking it out, maybe use it. Right?
Exactly. And
welcome
it. We hear Michael Bennett's the one giving the riveting speech. Michael Bennett, who's been there less time than I have this season. Like, it's mind-boggling to me that we're again in another Thursday, and we're suddenly supposed to think that they're going to be able to put the blinders on and rally around it. Like, you bring Jason Witten back, you pay him a lot of money, 38-year-old tight end from the booth. Like, we're looking at Michael Bennett for the riveting speech right now. You got Kellen Moore, this 31. Yeah. I sure hope they're not leaning on Kellen Moore, the first-year 31-year-old offensive coordinator, save the season. You're paying a lot of players a lot of money. You're playing a head coach who's been there for 9 years, a lot of money. And you look around that room, there's a lot of talented guys in the building. If you can't beat Buffalo at home on Thanksgiving, why do I have any confidence that you can go into Chicago and beat the Bears on their field?
If it's not Michael Bennett, who should it be? I don't like the complacency source. I mean, how does that hit you as somebody who's worked in this industry so long to know that a team that is in the division lead, that wants to win a Super Bowl and has the talent to do it, complacency is even associated with that team?
Your coach is on the hot seat. Everyone's questioning the quarterback, and you come out and you're up 7-0 on Thanksgiving, and then you get the doors blown off on the most viewed Thanksgiving Day game in over 20 years. Yeah. Okay, if it's not going to be someone that's been there for a while, or there's not any urgency.
Well, yeah, Witten, right?
I don't know. Good answer.
I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to be. But if it wasn't last week.
It's too late, Peter. Yeah, I'll say what I said about the Bears. It's December 5th. We know who these teams are. Here's the fact. The best thing about the Cowboys is how bad the Eagles are. That's their best strength as a team, is the Eagles are terrible. And, they have this whole warm blanket they cling on to about, we're in great shape to win the NFC East. Who cares? Guys, they don't hang divisional championship banners in Jerry World. You can look. They don't do it. This is the Dallas Cowboys. Ric Flair isn't holding up the Intercontinental Belt. Meryl Streep does not have a surfboard for the Kids' Choice Awards. You understand what I'm saying? There's a standard. If you're going to tell us we're America's team, we got the star, don't be like, but we can still win the division at 8-8. Screw you. Who cares? You've done that before. Show me something. You got all the best players in the world, and the best thing about your team is Carson Wentz throwing incompletions and the Eagles secondary can't cover anybody. That's America's team right there. Do something better.
I have a suggestion for what the Cowboys should do. They should run the ball.
Okay.
I think they should. It's that simple. Get back to the bread and butter. See if you're with me here. Dak Prescott still leads. This is the number one offense in yards per game. Still leads the league in passing. Everyone say, he leads the league in passing. Pay the man. I don't think that's the way to get into the playoffs. In fact, I know that it is not. Get this, 4 of the last 5 quarterbacks to lead the league in passing missed the playoffs.
How about that?
4 of the last 5 have missed the playoffs. And it speaks to defensive struggles. It speaks to imbalance. It speaks to, it's not good. It speaks to missing the playoffs entirely. Maybe get back to what you've been the past couple of years successfully. Lean on Zeke Elliott, especially when he is running at over 5 yards a pop. What do you guys think?
Well, don't you think, like Jason Garrett, it may be faulted, but he's a smart guy and he knows football. Why is that not the one-sentence conversation every single week? We got to get back to Zeke. It must be more complicated than that because, they're not doing it.
But then there's also games where we see Dak light it up and Zeke not do anything and they lose. Or Zeke get busy and have over 100 yards and then the offensive passing game not being there. Maybe this is more of a conversation of spaghetti and tacos than it is running or passing.
Both.
You know, you got to have both.
You also can't fall behind 20-0 or 20-7. You also can't be down to the Jets, 20-3 before the game even gets
right.
These giant first quarter deficits. They were losing
That's
to the
why they
Giants.
don't run.
They were an interception the first play against the Giants on Monday Night Football. They had to dig out of that hole.
So they get away from running.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you got to always be passing. Start off good. The game is starting tonight at 8 o'clock. Be ready.
The thing is,
Be there
we
when it
know
starts?
the Cowboys don't beat good teams. They beat not great teams. I don't know what Chicago is. That's why
Right.
this game is so
It's
intriguing
true.
to me. Are they a good team or are they a not good
Because if the Dallas Cowboys win, people are going to say, it's the Chicago Bears. But here's the thing. Who cares?
A road win in
Get your
Chicago
wins.
in December.
Get your
that's
wins.
a win.
I cannot wait for this game. It's all going down tonight. Cowboys at Bears at Soldier Field.